Close your eyes and imagine this. You walk into a room filled with people talking, moving, filling the air with noise. But the second you step in, something shifts. Eyes turn your way. Conversations lower to a murmur, and people feel your presence before you've even spoken a word. This isn't about the clothes you're wearing or the size of your muscles. It's about an energy that comes from within, a quiet but undeniable power that can only be cultivated. Today, I'm going to teach you how to create that presence, how to become an unshakable force in any environment. First, let's start at the very core, self-assurance. Imagine a tree standing tall in a storm. Its roots go deep, and that's why it can stand firm even when the winds howl and the rain falls. That tree knows its place in the earth, and it trusts its strength. For you, self-assurance is like those roots, grounded in experience and built from the challenges you've conquered. Self-assurance isn't loud or brash. It's steady. Think back to a time when you accomplished something that truly challenged you, a project that seemed impossible, a fitness goal you thought was out of reach, a tough conversation you'd been putting off. Remember that feeling? That's self-assurance. Each challenge you face and overcome becomes a brick in the foundation of who you are. The more you push yourself, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable. These small wins, repeated day after day, are what give you the strength to stand unshaken in any storm. Next, commanding presence is cultivated through how you speak, how you move, and how you occupy space. Imagine a warrior calm, assured, standing tall. He doesn't fidget, he doesn't rush, and he certainly doesn't let his voice waver. When he speaks, people listen, not because he yells or pushes, but because his words carry weight. This is what you're building. When you speak, slow down, take a breath. Let each word come from a place of purpose. Most people speak without thinking, filling silence with empty noise. But a man with presence is different. He's comfortable in silence because he knows that he doesn't need to rush to fill it. Think of a time when someone looked you directly in the eye as they spoke. Not as a challenge, but with focus, with respect. That focus, that intent conveys power. When you speak, make every word count. Speak with clarity, knowing that your message is worth hearing. Let's talk about calm under pressure. The strongest men don't go around boasting or trying to dominate. They have a quiet strength, an inner calm. Picture a mountain in the middle of a storm, unmoved, steady, no matter what's going on around it. When you're calm under pressure, you become that mountain. When situations around you become chaotic, or when people lose their cool, let them. You hold your ground. Imagine a situation at work or in life where tempers flare. Maybe people are yelling, reacting, pointing fingers. But you're the calm in the storm. You pause, you assess. You respond without letting emotions drive you. People will notice this about you because in a world of constant reaction, restraint is rare, and restraint is powerful. This calm is the type of power that makes people turn to you, trust you, even follow you. Your values are another key to presence. Now, I want you to picture the strongest men you know or know of. They aren't swayed easily, are they? They have a set of principles, values they live by that aren't up for debate. These values form an invisible boundary around them, an aura that people sense and respect. Take a moment and consider your own values. What do you stand for? What won't you tolerate? What will you fight for? This is where your true presence begins, because when you know your values, you don't have to prove anything to anyone. You're grounded in your own beliefs, like a knight rooted in his code. When you understand what you stand for, your decisions become clear, your actions consistent, and that consistency creates trust. People respect a man who is unwavering in his values because they know he won't bend just to please others. He's reliable, grounded, and that's rare in a world full of people who shift with the wind. Another part of presence is controlling your reactions. This is what separates men who are driven by impulse from those who are driven by purpose. Imagine someone throwing criticism your way, testing your patience. In that moment, do you lash out? Do you let them sway your emotions? Or do you pause, consider, and respond with calm authority? Picture a samurai, steady in his stance, sword at his side. He doesn't draw his weapon over minor insults. He knows his power, and he doesn't need to prove it. Similarly, when you control your reactions, you demonstrate a level of restraint and control that commands respect. People will notice that you aren't easily provoked, that you don't waste your energy on trivialities. However, a complete alpha must have a way to punish those who cross his boundaries and must be used where exceedingly necessary. This threat wades off those who may attempt to waste your time by testing your patience. This means must not necessarily be lethal. A samurai does not carry his sword as part of a costume, but he knows honor, when to use it and when not to. People will learn that when you do speak or act, it's with intent, with purpose. Finally, build your presence through consistency. This isn't something that's developed in a single day or through a single act of bravery. True presence is built over time, through habits, through daily choices, through the way you carry yourself in even the smallest moments. Think of a river carving a path through solid rock. Over weeks, months, and years, it wears down the hardest stones, forming deep valleys and canyons. That power didn't appear overnight. It was built over time through relentless, consistent flow. Your presence is like that river. Each time you make the choice to rise early, each time you honor your commitments, each time you pick the path of discipline over comfort, you are deepening your presence, creating an energy that doesn't fade. So, when you walk into a room, when you speak, when you lead, remember the man you're choosing to be. Imagine carrying this energy with you everywhere you go. A calm, grounded confidence, a strength that doesn't need to shout to be felt. You become the kind of man others look up to, the one they turn to in times of need. When you cultivate this power, you're not just elevating yourself, you're becoming an anchor for others. You're becoming a man others can trust to remain steady in the chaos. So, the question now is, are you ready to carry that presence? Are you ready to be the man who stands tall, grounded and unmovable, regardless of the storms that come your way?